Hello, my friends. Today we're going to talk about the difference between trust and faith. Why is it important to understand this difference? Because a lot of us have been raised with a religious background or tradition that was instilled in us, sometimes conditioned in us, by our parents, by our schooling. And or we may have been part of a tradition where there was no religion, no spirituality, no connection to anything bigger. So, how does that play in our performance today? There's a very subtle difference between trust and faith when it comes to you as a human moving in the environment. Let's say you are an athlete and you are a tennis player and you practice this serve many times during practice. So then when it's time for you to play at the tournament or the game, you don't have to worry about it. You can trust the practice. You see where I'm going with this? In the same way, when you get familiar with a practice, say you're learning a new language, you're practicing a body movement that is new to you that will improve your posture, get you out of pain, you are installing a new breathing technique into your routine, and or perhaps something that is a new skill that you are practicing. Over time, as you repeat this practice, you can trust that you will remember it. Just like when you first learn how to ride the bicycle. At the beginning, it was hard, you failed, you had to figure a lot of things out. Same with driving a car. At some point, your body, your brain, your muscle memory could trust the process, could trust that you already knew how to get the car going or how to move the bike forward without falling. Yeah, and it was a very complex combination of mechanics. It was many steps. So trust can be seen as that human ability to practice something knowing that you will have access to it when you most need it. So what happens when you have to do something new? For example, if you never done sales and you need to make your first sales appointment and sit in front of that client for the first time. What happens if you're transitioning to a new job and you are switching careers or becoming an entrepreneur and you are doing something new that even though you have practiced or learned about, you don't feel that you have enough experience that you can trust it? Here is where the integration of a little bit of faith into your trusted practice will be very useful. Let me explain how. Faith is something that you can consider more connected to the outer space, to the sources of support, and someone may say even a religious belief or philosophy. An example would be you have faith in a power that is greater than you to support you at all times. You have faith in that force that keeps you alive every single day. You have faith in a process that it's putting some power in your hands and some power out of your hands, be it in a God, in a philosophy, a belief system that will continue to carry you forward. So you see how these two are merged together at some point, because you may be inhabiting a new skin as you go into a new profession. You may be practicing a new skill or learning something new. And it could be useful to cultivate at the same time trust in yourself and trust in the process, yeah? Knowing that if you follow this routine, say you're learning a new language, there's a protocol, you're learning a new skill, there might be a guidebook or a manual, there might be a set of best practices that you can follow and repeat. You can trust that process, you can trust yourself to do your best, and at the same time it can help you to have a little faith, to bring in the biggest that you can really see, that is not that very matter-like practical way to move in the world. It's also something that you can feel around you if you tune in to your environment. Might be easier to find in a quiet place, might be easier to find in nature. In any case, I invite you to play with these concepts. You don't have to agree with me. It's an invitation to see what works for you, what resonates with you. And I would love to hear in the comments your experiences with it your questions, and also if you disagree and if you have a different view, and we can come together to a new understanding. I love learning from you. So please follow the channel, subscribe if you haven't, so you keep an alert going on every new video that I upload, and I would love to hear from you. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for your attention.